Thank you to my parents for buying me all this swim equipment.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for bringing me to and from practice.
Thank you, Mom, for being in the parking lot after practice.
I thank my mom and dad for ordering me goggles when I lose my other pair. Thank you to my mom for bringing me to practices and buying me my tech suit.
I'd like to thank my parents for bringing me to swim meets early in the morning.
I want to thank my mom and my dad for waking up early and taking me to swim practice.
I want to thank my mom and dad for driving me to practice after a long day of work.
I would like to thank my mom and dad for paying for all the invitational meets and bringing me to practice after a long day of work.
I want to thank my mom for always waiting for me in the parking lot. And yeah, thank you, Mom.
I want to thank both my parents for helping me throughout the year by dropping me off every day to practices and waking me up in the morning.
I want to say thank you for people who knows me and support me every time.
Thank you to my mom and dad for cheering me on and driving me to practices.
I'd like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me in my swimming.
I thank my mom and dad for cheering me on when I raced. I want to thank my mom and dad for driving me to practice every day.
I'd like to thank my mom for taking me to practice and giving me food.
I want to thank my sister for always pushing me to go faster in my races. I want to thank my mom and dad for being my #1 supporters. I want to thank my parents and my brother for being my biggest fans. I want to thank my mom and my dad and my sister for always being there for me when I needed them during these practice times.
I want to thank my mom and dad for paying for this and dealing with the stress of driving me to and from practice.
Thanks to my mom and dad for making me dinner every night.
I want to thank my mom for being heavily involved in the team.
I want to thank my mom, my dad, and my sister for always pushing me to be better.
I wanted to thank my mom and my dad for taking time out of their day to take me to practices, meets, and any other extracurricular activities.
I would like to thank my parents for always replacing my fins like every single month.
I would like to thank my mom and my dad for ordering me my tech suit for Charlotte. I would like to thank my parents and my teammates for pushing me to go to practice and doing my best.
I want to say thank you for my parents to be with me and also for my coach to push myself when I was tired.
I'd like to thank my parents for always getting me to practice and giving me everything that I need. And I'd also like to thank my teammates for making this enjoyable and always pushing me.
I'm thanking my mom and dad for buying me a tech suit and always taking me to practice.
I want to thank my mom, Jay, and Hannah for always getting me to practice and my teammates for motivating me to keep going. I want to thank my mom and dad for buying me my tech suit for the championship.
I'd like to thank my parents for feeding me when I'm hungry, which is always, and for going to all of my meets and supporting me.
I want to thank my parents for always supporting me and my brother for being my biggest fan.
I want to thank my mom for always driving me to practice and supporting me. I want to thank my teammates for pushing me to work hard, and my coaches for making me the best swimmer that I can.
I would like to thank my parents for dealing with my tomfoolery.
I want to thank my family and most of all, my parents for getting me to practice on time every single day.
I would like to thank my brother, my mom, and my dad for taking me to practice and helping me stay motivated for Charlotte.
I would like to thank my mom and my dad for driving me to early morning swim practices.
I want to thank my mom for always cooking me the same dinner every night because I asked her to.
I'd like to thank my family for cooking me food and supporting me throughout the season. I want to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister for always driving me to practice.
I'd like to thank my parents for driving me to practice every night and Deb and Amanda for driving me to practice every night.
I would like to thank my coaches for coaching. I would like to thank my fellow swimmers for inspiring me. I want to thank my parents for doing everything that they do. And I want to thank CJ Tallarico and Jonathan Benowitz for giving me a swim team when I graduate and go to Drew in the fall.